Hey y'all, remember when I said in like one of the videos I did where I'm like exposing somebody super weird on Instagram, where I'm like, this is not gonna turn into a commentary channel? Well, guess what? I kind of like doing commentary. Not serious commentary, unless it's like, I don't know if it motivates me, but like just talking and stuff. Like, I don't know, I want to rant, which is kind of what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm gonna like rant about like some stuff about psychopath tests, because I look at the wiki pages and like I see nothing relating to the stuff I'm about to talk about. Like, I dug so deep and I still didn't find it. Like, so many sites. So I'm just gonna talk about it. Also, I want to theorize about some stuff because like it would be funny, and also, yeah, I don't know. Also, do not come at me being like, what's your obsession with psychopath tests? It's just a very underrated low poly game with terrible designs. First of all, shut up. Second of all, it's awesome. You're just boring and stupid and care way more about graphics than the actual game itself. Third of all, they're very hot. They are not ugly. And if you say they are, you're probably ugly yourself. Unless you're one of my friends or mutuals or something. If you're just a random person, I'm gonna call you ugly if you call them ugly. Anyways, whatever. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna be ranting about is the fact that why has nobody talked about their names even though they're like revealed in the game? Because if you click onto like the decision game section and go to that one haunted house game, and if you play it, depending on the decisions you make, there's a paper. The paper warns the viewer about like a missing person and that the main suspect is, you guessed it, the sociopath, aka Jack. His name is Jack. Why is nobody talking about that? It even mentions it and other times in the minigame too, but any other minigames, like any other of them, it doesn't mention it. Like, what? And like I said, not even in the wiki does it mention that his name is Jack. Like, hello? It's right there. Another thing I want to like mention relating to names of the characters from Psychopath Test is the psychopath's possible name. However, I'm not quite sure of this. I'll go into detail. So if you play the story mode and you get to the section with all the plants on the ceiling and stuff, and then you solve the puzzle, it'll greet you, like the computer will greet you and be like, welcome Alex, what can I do for you? Which could probably does reveal that the psychopath's name is Alex, though again, like I said, none of the wikis mention anything about this. I don't know why. Anyways, this also kind of confuses me because if you look at the creator's email, Playside Studio, his thing says Young Alex. So, you know what I mean? Is it talking about like him or the psychopath actually being named that and nobody's talking about it? Like, huh? I'm gonna move on to the next topic because I don't really have anything else to say for this section. And I don't know, I want to move on. The next topic is gonna be some like hypothesizing, some like theories I have based on this concept or thing happening in the game. So if you play the decision games and you go to the grounded game, you see that the narcissist lady is the mom and you play as the child. And I'm thinking to myself, who's the dad? Who's the father? Because the father is nowhere to be seen. So who's the father? I'm thinking to myself, is she possibly divorced? Does the father live somewhere else? Or is she just a single mother? Because what I thought at first is that the sociopath was the possible father because he seems older, because of the gray hair. And I thought maybe he's divorced. However, I did see one picture when looking on Google of the psychopath and the narcissist lady holding hands. So that makes me think, is he the father? Is he dating her? Like, huh? Take that with a grain of salt though, because I literally cannot find the picture and I'm too lazy to go look for it. It also does mention in the wiki that both of them are possible fathers. However, I haven't seen any explicit, like, proof for this, but they could probably be talking about earlier updates that aren't, like, in the game anymore. I'm gonna move on from this section because I don't really know what to talk about from this section. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna move on. Now, in this next section, I want to explain the possible lore that I've kind of, like, connected the dots and theorized in my head, that I just kind of want to explain or, like, you know, talk about. By the way, I'm specifically talking about the sociopath because, well, the psychopath's lore has already been confirmed that he was a happy guy, but then due to his father's abuse, he found out he was a psychopath and killed his father. And none of the other characters really have lore. Well, kind of the narcissist lady, but not, like, anything major. Same with the ghost girl. Like, they don't really have anything major. The killer guy has, like, no lore whatsoever that I've seen or know of or thought about. I don't know. Like, I just assume he's some, like, non-human guy who likes to kill people. Anyways, my theory about the sociopath is that he's, like, right now, or at least currently, a cyborg. And obviously, I can back this up pretty easily because they're, in one of the mini games is the socio school one in the survival section. And he appears to be a robot, and even when you shoot him, which, like, stuns him, he starts, like, releasing smoke, and he makes robot noises. But I want to, like, possibly connect the dots and explain why he turned out like this. Or, you know, in the sociopath's house minigame, you're a robber, you play as a robber, and you sneak in. Which you try to just grab stuff and get out, but there is an ending, which you have to sneak up behind the sociopath and grab the card on his butt, and you have to unlock the door or something, I don't know. But in that room is a bomb, and you have a choice to, like, leave it alone or, you know, decide to blow up the place. And if you escape on time, obviously his house blows up, and you see him injured. My theory is that because of that, the psychopath was like, oh man, dude. And, like, since he builds robots and, like, builds shit, he, like, fixed him up and gave him, like, robot parts. So, like, you know, and it makes sense. And, like, the house blowing up could also indicate why he's, like, homeless in the, haunted house minigame. This could also explain why he, like, hangs out in, like, a school, because I know for fucking certain he's not a teacher. Again, though, these are, like, my theories on, like, what could have possibly happened, or, like, me trying to, like, make sense of it all. Even if it's all probably obvious, I don't know. You know what I mean, though. That's kind of all I have for that section. Also, if you guys are like, oh, why are you stuttering and speaking kind of weird and stuff? This isn't scripted. Like, this isn't a serious rant, so I just decided not to make a script for this because, like I said, it's not all that serious. And, you know, why would I? And I'm too lazy, so I'm just gonna go off of what I can remember and what I can get. You know what I mean. I also kind of just have problems speaking in general. I don't know. I'm not that great at pronunciation and thinking of, like, stuff like, you know what I mean. I'm just not good with it. Anyways, that's kind of all I have so far, or all I have to say about, like, the lore, or, like, theorizing about the lore in general. So if you guys have, like, anything to say, if you guys want to correct me, if you guys want to, like, just add a couple things, go ahead, do it in the comments. Yeah. I don't know. Subscribe.